All right, James, you want to do us the honors?
Absolutely, man. Welcome in, everybody. We appreciate y'all tuning in for a special episode of Clinch Conversations. We have MMA debut to LFA 235, Jacob Stump Yancey fighting out of Kentucky. Very excited to have them. Thank you, man, for blessing us with your time. Y'all make sure to go like and subscribe and comment, follow us on all of our other socials. We're about to get into it, man.
Make sure
We're
you
blessed
tap
to
in on
have you, man. Thank
everything.
you for coming.
Make sure
Hey,
you
thanks
tap
for
in on
having me,
everything
guys.
Jacob's got going on too, man.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
So,
How's your life been the past couple months, man?
Oh, dude, my life's been great, man. My wife and I packed up and left Kentucky um, back in November. Came out to Las Vegas, Nevada. I've gotten to train with some of the highest level athletes and coaches on the planet, and it's been, nothing short of amazing. I can't be thankful enough.
hell
Yeah,
yeah,
man, that
man.
sounds like a blessing.
Yeah, dude. Let me first off start by saying, dude, you've lost a ton of weight since I saw one of your fights last, man. I can't believe Alec told me when you were dropping down to featherweight. I was like, what? And duh, here.
And it could be the Wi-Fi here. The Wi-Fi in Vegas is absolutely terrible for whatever reason I don't understand.
I could imagine that. Shit, I could bet that, dude. Bet everything
I
in
mean,
Vegas might suck besides the casinos.
oh, they got everything on lock there.
You know what? Yeah, I heard there's no clocks or no windows or nothing like that out there. So I believe it, man. Me and James were thinking about catching a flight out there for a UFC card not too long from
Do it.
now. So
In April, we're
Do
going.
it.
yeah, man. Yeah.
I got a homeboy that used to live in Vegas actually, and he's like a semi-professional poker player, and he's
Okay.
got tons of room comps and stuff like that, man. So we'll be heading out there soon.
Do it. It's
Definitely
honestly,
want
I
to. That's
love
for
it out
sure.
here so much. It's amazing.
So when you moved out there, Stump, did you move out there as like a temporary thing, or did you move out there like with an opportunity, or are you staying out there, or how's that going for you?
So I got an opportunity. My head coach, Todd Price, owns a business out here. And he asked me if I wanted to come out here and train with his coach and everything like that and work for him. And I was like, no, man, I don't know if I want to leave my family, and I don't know if Marissa wants to leave hers, which Marissa's my wife. So
Right.
he's like, all good, I just want to extend the opportunity. Well, we get in a car, and no sooner than the doors closed, my wife looks at me and goes, if you want to make it in MMA, like, you got to go. And I said, all right. Here we are, man. And now I'm out here training. I get to train with Xtreme Couture. Like, it's just so cool.
Yeah, that's a rider right there, brother. That's awesome. I'm
Yeah.
glad to hear it
It's my
for you,
best
man.
friend,
How
man.
long you all been together, man?
We've been together since high school. We've been together for
Nice.
almost 7.5 years, and then married for a little over
Nice.
3.
Oh, nice. So y'all just married a
Yeah.
little bit less time than me and my wife have been. Did y'all get
Yeah.
married in 23?
4.
I
Right?
think 24. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah.
Wait. No. It would have been 2023. My bad.
There you go. Yeah. I still struggle to remember mine, dude. I can't hate you for it, bro. What happens? Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, man. So when you were on your way down there, did you know you would be training with Ronda Rousey and Ryan Benoit and guys like that, or did they just kind of pop up in the gym and you were like, "Oh shit, this is legit"?
So I knew that I would potentially get the opportunity, but it wasn't like one of the reasons I came out here. I did. I knew that I was going to get to train with her head coach Ricky Lundell. My head coach Todd and him have been best friends for years. They used to coach Bishop Gorman High School's wrestling team. They used to coach a lot of older UFC fighters. Carlos Condis, the Dan Hardys, Frank Mears. They
Hell
coached
yeah,
Misha Tate together. Like when Misha
that's
fought
wild,
Ron
man.
the second time. Yeah. Like if you go back and watch when Misha and Ron were on Ultimate Fighter, Ricky's on there. So I knew I was gonna get to train with Ricky.
It's crazy.
And then just so happened, Ricky liked me, trusted me. He knew that I wasn't an unsafe training partner. Um, and he invited me to go and train, and then we just all kind of hit it off. And I got the opportunity of a lifetime because of it.
Hell yeah, man. That's fucking awesome, dude. Sounds like the chips just fell in your favor. That's fucking
Yeah.
great. Not a Vegas pun or nothing, but
It's pretty cool, especially as an amateur, just to be surrounded by people, that have been, I mean, Ricky's coached the highest level of athletes on the planet. Ronda Ronda was the face of women's MMA for forever. I mean, she still is. I mean, she's on the Mount Rushmore. I think, and
yeah,
Yeah.
gotta
it could
be.
be biased. Like, I think she's the greatest combat sports like female athlete ever. And then Ryan, of course, Ryan was knocking dudes unconscious at 125. He slept Sergio
Oh
Pettis, and
yeah.
it was like that dude's a master. And then you got AJ Matthews, which is another one of his striking coaches who fought in Bellator, and he's got one of the coolest knockouts I've ever seen, where he like dropped a dude and went to leg kick him, and he was falling down. He kicked him in his head, knocked him out cold while he was falling. It was like just a
Yeah, that
blessing
was
to
a
get to
wild
work
one
with these
too.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. We have never met personally. I live vicariously through Alec.
Okay.
He started training. So me and Alec been boys since high school. And what it was my cousin got me into UFC, and me and Alec would get high all the time. And so Alec would come over, and we'd watch UFC and shit, and be stoned to the bone. And what it was I think he finally locked in around Volt versus Ortega. He was like, "This is shit. This is some crazy shit." And then my cousin who got me into it, he ended up passing away because he's a goofball. God rest his soul. And Alec, I think it really hit him hard then, and that's when he decided to start training. And so every time he'd come home from like the first 2 months from the gym, we'd be fucking hot boxing in the car, and he'd be like, "Dude, this dude Stump, you'd fuck with Stump so hard." And we were actually at one of the future fighting cards you were on. I believe you were fighting. I think the dude's name was like Gage Anthony or something. I just rewatched the fight because I was trying to find which one I had watched in person. I think that was
Was
his
it?
name. Might have been like
Did
Cole
I
Anthony.
lose? Or
No,
what?
no, you beat the dude. It was a back and forth fight. Y'all were on the ground for a while. You won. I think it was by split decision. But
Cameron
you were.
Ashby.
That's who it was. Yeah, I
Yeah.
fucking butchered his name. Sorry, Cameron.
That dude was
But
terrifying.
yeah,
That dude
yeah,
was
dude. I'll
scary.
tell you what. You came out, man. You came out like it
Dude,
didn't even fucking bother you, bro.
I had to. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was sitting next to Alec. I was like, dude, that dude is a little bit bigger than Stump, man. He was like, well, he's called Stump for a reason. He hits hard. I was like, shit, I'm ready, bro. I ain't, there's a lot of good fighters in the UFC that are shorter. Matal and Becky, all the flyweights,
Yeah.
you can't never count a guy out, man. You went in there and y'all fucking went to war, and I was fucked up off my ass. I was like, go Stump. I thought your name was Stumpy, so I was like, Stumpy, fuck him up, Stumpy. And like fucking everybody that Alec trains with, I can't remember any of their names because I was fucking blacked out, but they were all like, dude, his name is Stump, not Stumpy. And I was like, shit, whatever. He's kicking his ass. That's all I can fuck about. And I think Tyler Stout fought on like the co-main or the main event that night too
Yeah.
against dude. I think the dude's name was like Adrian or something like that. But they had a really good fight too. A Torion. Yeah, a Torion. Yeah. And I heard they actually train together now, which is
Yep.
pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was a hell of a card, man. Everybody from y'all's fucking camp came to fucking fight. And what even makes it cooler is that's Phil's promotion, right?
hmm Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's so wild. Yeah, and then we watched the last LFA card that was here, and they all came out with bad combo wearing parachute pants and shit like that. That was funny. So I was gonna ask, kind of transition to that. Are you excited to fight in Freedom Hall, man? How's that get you feeling?
Man, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to just get on a stage like the LFA.
Yeah,
I've been training with the best in the world, and I think it's gonna be really cool to use that platform to just show everything I've learned since I left. I'm gonna have Derek Despinet, my old head coach from Two Brothers. After I left 502, I went to Two Brothers Muay Thai. And it's gonna be
yeah,
really cool to have B in my corner again. I miss those guys so much. And it's just cool to have such a stage, and an organization coming to the Louisville scene. There's 9 dudes from or with ties to Louisville that are going to be on this card, or 8 now. One of them,
yeah,
fell
yeah.
out.
Huge,
Uh,
huge difference from the last one, man. I think Lance Lawrence and Bad Combo and maybe 2 other guys were the
yeah.
only people from Louisville or with
hmm
ties to Louisville on it. And then actually, one of the guys the guy that beat Bad Combo actually just fought for the UFC. I don't know
Yep.
what my camera's doing. His name's Dakota Hope, and
Yep, he fought
he
Kai
obviously.
Kamaka.
Yep,
he-
and then Jackson
see-
McVeigh was on that card.
Yes.
We just interviewed Scuba Steve Collins. He actually
Nice.
cool dude. He signed this fucking picture back here.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, that was a hell of a card, man. And I know it got crazy in the stands too. Fucking Javier Reyes just fought in the UFC. He was on
Yep.
the main event against Lance Lawrence. So
Yeah.
He had
I
a
know it's
brutal
gotta be
knockout on the
exciting.
Contender Series.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's a beast, man. We actually interviewed his coach not too long ago too, Javier Torres, man. So
Oh, nice.
we're big fighting Pirates guys, man. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking James is a little pissed off at Volkov right now. He's pretty upset about the result. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah, I got some choice words for that guy. I was like,
yeah,
listen, I see Volkov in person, dog. I'm gonna try to double leg his ass
yeah,
right there on
dude.
the spot.
Dude's not
That's a
even
big guy.
Dude's not.
That's a-
Yeah,
That's a big. That's a tall feat, brother. But
Right.
hey, man, we got to ride out for the Waldo and Javier and all
he's
the
gonna do
boys.
exactly how he did Waldo. He's gonna put his hand on your shoulder.
He's gonna be like, just stay back there.
Yeah,
It's-
I don't want to kill you, little one.
Speaking about opponents, man, tell us about your opponent. What's your kind of game plan? Don't talk too much about the game plan, but how are you feeling going into the fight? What do you know about the guy? What's going on?
Gentleman's name is Dustin Mahan. He's got a pretty extensive kickboxing and Muay Thai background. Got really good kicks. So his rear knee is pretty solid. I got to watch out for that. His hands are pretty Muay Thai, the little loop in. There's not a whole lot of straight shots that are coming. But he looks solid. He's going to be one of the better guys that I've fought. And then this is going to be my first fight at 145. I've hit every weight class from heavyweight all the way down. So
That's so
I'm
crazy,
kinda-
man. That's so
yeah.
wild, dude.
I think that with, having the experience of fighting, guys that are so heavy and everything, I can really impose my will wherever the fight goes. If we're striking, then cool. If we're grappling, cool. He had one MMA fight and he had a rear naked in about 20 seconds, but the dude just kind of like flailed.
Yeah,
Which is nothing on Dustin. Dustin did what he had to do. He snatched his neck up as soon as they hit the
Yeah.
ground, and that's, there's no disrespect to him. I'm not
Yeah.
going to flail around on the ground. Like, I don't know what's going on. So
Yeah,
I
you're
think
usually not a guy, from what I've seen. If you get in trouble, you usually are working it one way or another to get out of it, and you don't give up very easily.
no, dude, you're not gonna. There ain't no quitting me. You're gonna have to put me out. Like, you're either gonna have to you're gonna have to either my losses have been a decision against a 185er, a guillotine when I was starting to go out, and then an arm bar when my arm got fully extended and I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not gonna break. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna break my arm for an amateur fight where I'm not getting paid. And then I was going to
live
sleep.
the
There was
fight another
nothing I could do. So
yeah, I
you know,
totally
I was
understand,
fighting
man.
I was fighting a 6'4" dude. Like, it was as soon as he picked up on the guillotine, I was coming off my feet. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, that was Gates. That was that Gates guy,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Mhm.
I believe so.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I watched that one the other day. But it
Yeah, that
happens,
one was
man.
not
I
fun.
mean, it's better to get that experience, ahead of time rather than later on in your career when more eyes are on you too. So I mean, it happens though. Hell, I mean, fuck, Alec comes home from the gym with fucking black eyes all the time. It just happens, bro. It's part of the craft, man. Not saying that Alec gets hit all the time, but I know he likes to run into fucking punches. That crazy stuff.
I miss Alec quite a bit. Tell him I said what's up.
I got you, bro. Yeah, he was supposed to fight on the 29th, man, and he just blew his knee out, dude. So that sucks. But I know he's gonna come back harder. So, but it was gonna be his ambi debut, and fuck, we were gonna be like 50 people deep for that shit.
I was really excited, dude. I was gonna buy the pay-per-view so I could watch him fight. I was pretty bummed when I heard he was out.
Yeah, he texted us a long message the other day saying it breaks my heart to tell y'all this. I was like, dude, you got plenty of time, man. I was like, it's just gonna come back stronger. It is what it is. But yeah, speaking of your opponent being a kickboxer, man, you've obviously had kickboxing fights. Do you feel that that's gonna help you feel more comfortable going into this? Your kickboxing fights was fucking wild too, man. I mean, the dudes you were fighting, one of them you made wilt like super fast, and the other one, fucking, what was his name? Trent Rice or something. That motherfucker, dude, he
He
looked
wouldn't
like
die.
Roy Nelson's son. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't, bro. He would not fucking die. He was sitting there.
Yeah.
He started hitting fucking Heisman poses and
I
fucking
know.
doing all this shit. I was
He's
like, dude, Stump's hit
goofy
him like
stuff.
fucking 9 or 10 times. You know, fights like that are awesome though, man, because you sit there, you find out who's got heart. And, you know, they said I guess they said he took it on a little short notice or whatever. So, I mean, for a
Yeah.
bigger boy, man, he did all right.
Yeah, he was. So I was supposed to fight somebody else, and then I feel like he took that fight on like it was like 10, 12 days. It was less than 2 weeks. So
Damn.
it was impressive that he was able to go for the entire time. And I mean, I probably threw 150 punches, and it was
At least
2-minute rounds, so 6 minutes. I mean, I was just throwing.
Yeah. Yeah, those are some long 2-minute rounds, dude. I'll tell you what, we did a box tournament for my birthday a couple years ago, and we had this shit. This is just a bunch of drunks and pot smokers, and we had it 3 minutes rounds. And the boys that fought in the first leg of the tournament, they got the worst because after their first round, I was like, all right, we'll cut it down to 2 minutes. And then after their second, I was like, we'll cut it to 1:30. So the motherfuckers fought 3 minutes, then 2 minutes, then 1:30. So by the time that last round rolled around, they were just like, I fucking hate y'all.
Done.
Give me the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But
it's hard, man.
Yeah, it's rough, man. If you're in a pocket banging for even a minute and a half, dude, it's gonna fucking be rough, man.
It's a long minute.
Yeah, no, dead ass. Yeah, it was on my birthday too. I don't know why the fuck I chose to do that as my present to myself, but I had fun. My dumb ass liked it. I had fun. I'm like 6'2" and at the time I was like maybe like 230, and the dude I was boxing was the same. We just beat the shit out of each other and fucking smoked a couple blunts afterward. I looked at him. I was like, "Your head feel empty too, bro?" He's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you said something. I can't see out my right eye." I was like, "Oh fuck, dude! I thought I had it bad off." I was like, "Shit, maybe we should be drinking."
Maybe we shouldn't
no,
do
it's
this.
fun,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, it's addictive. You know, you get to doing that one time, and I mean, it's something else, man. That's why I'm so happy to be watching guys from our city get a lot more love this time around, man. I don't know if you know who Will Davis is, but I just stumbled upon him, and I'm actually gonna do a little deep dive on him not too long from now. But apparently he's from the city too, and so I was just like, man, I started looking at the whole card, everybody that's on there. I'm like, that person's from Louisville, they're from Louisville, so it's fucking insane, man. It's really cool.
I've trained with
out of
Will
all the
quite a few
promotions you fought
times.
in, oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn, that's awesome, man. Does he train like in the gym with Alec and them, or is he like an area or Derby City or
Derby City?
That's what I figured. Say, I think I seen him wearing a DC MMA shirt. That's what I figured. But yeah, seems like a super cool dude. Some of his fights I've seen are super exciting, and I seen that they said Jack in the Box sponsored LFA 235. You know, we just got them fucking Jack in the Boxes, so I'm sure they're excited to do that shit. Go in there, get them dollar tacos. But man, you got a shit ton of experience in a lot of different promotions, man. I'm not trying to make you pick favorites here, but out of all the ones you fought out of, which one do you feel like gave you the most developmental growth? Because I know you fought out of B2, I know you fought out of KOKB, SIPC, fucking everywhere, dude. HRMMA. I mean, a lot of them companies not a lot of people know about, but I mean, you know, they're very prominent down here. B2 goes all around the regional circuit. They've got a lot of guys like Brian Battle, Sam Alvey came out of there.
Yeah, I'd say, man, I don't know. So B2 isn't they collapsed a while ago, and it was a good promotion.
Really?
And they quit paying people. They weren't paying the fighters or the people working, or so they kind of fizzled
Well, that
out.
sucks. Yeah, that's fucked up. You got to pay the fighters, man.
The production was good and everything, but man, again, another one that fizzled out was SICP, and that was probably the best promotion I fought for. You know, they
Really?
did a lot. They gave me travel to come down there. They gave me money for me to get an Airbnb.
That's what's up.
They like everybody in the back had their own like covered, like they had like cubicles basically for us all back there with our teams. Nobody came back and bothered us, dude. We brought in a bump box and we were sitting in there like listening to music.
Dude, nice.
It was ran very professionally. It was cool, man. It was probably Southern Indiana. I really like that promotion. I'd go and fight for them again, but again, they're gone. So
sucks to see a good promotion go under, especially when they're taking care of fighters like that, man. Because you
Yeah.
hear about all these guys, like for Jim Miller, for example, his son just beat cancer and stuff. And he said that he's still paying all that stuff out of pocket. And I'm just like, dude, they're talking about the guy with the most UFC fights and probably the most UFC wins in history. And this guy still ain't, he's still working hard on a farm. Was he like 45 now, James?
He's
Yeah,
old.
he's getting up there, man, and just took home a W too.
Yeah.
That was
An
Shocked a
impressive.
lot of people. Yeah,
An
Looked good.
impressive guillotine.
Yeah. Fuck Jared Gordon. Sold my damn parlay.
Dude,
Fucking, no,
and
I just fucking around.
Jared Gordon's a stud, so it was. I thought Jared was gonna go in there and chin Jim, and Jim went in there and did what
Me
he
too.
did, and
Yeah.
he choked him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Never count out John Miller, man. He took a couple beatings
No.
recently, but then just came back and did his thing.
Yeah.
Legend, man. That guy's been around forever.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, that dude's literally been fighting forever. Yeah.
Yeah. Like probably longer than I've been alive. I was born in '99, so that dude's probably been fighting.
He's probably been fighting since the early 2000s.
Miami. Yeah, something like that, dude.
And still making 155 consistently.
Yeah,
Man,
that's the
tell us
most impressive part, dude. I'll tell you what.
Tell us about you fought in all these different weight classes, man, and that's one of the hardest things that fighters always talk about is the weight cut, how draining it is. Tell us a little bit about how your journey from all the way to heavyweight down to 145.
Yeah, so back in my entire childhood and everything, I was always a fat kid. At the heaviest, and I know I was heavier than this at one point. I just couldn't get on the scale. Like I just couldn't make myself do it. And the heaviest number I ever seen on a scale was 315 pounds.
Wow.
So it's not, I should have never been fighting at any of these weight classes other than 55 and 45. I took a chance on myself because, I believed and I felt like I was good enough to do it. But I don't think it was a smart decision to do what I did, looking back on it, but I'm grateful for it. Now, as far as being hard to make weight and stuff, it's my journey isn't like somebody like Tyler Stout, who, is chiseled down when he gets to 25, big old 125, it's got to cut some weight. Like, that's my best friend. I've watched him cut weight a million times, but our cuts are very different. Mine is, I think 45 is going to be my weight class, but up until this point, it was still, getting all that, the excess fat off. So it's different for me because it's not just, all right, let's go get in the sauna for, 2 hours so I can get on weight. It's, we've got to eat right.
Yeah.
We've got to train right so we can get this fat off to be a healthy fighter. So it's,
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It's hard. Don't get me wrong. Like it sucks, but like, dude, I'm 158 pounds right now and I'm fighting at 145 in 4.5 weeks. Like I'm 12 pounds over and
Hell
that's,
yeah.
That's cake.
Yeah.
This is like,
Yeah, that's good.
I'm lucky to have had the journey I've had, and I would love, I hope that my story and what everything I've been through just inspires somebody that they if I can do it, like you really truly can do it. Like I was nothing, dude. I was 315 pounds. Everybody picked on me. I'd pick on myself so nobody would pick on me, and I turned my life around, and so can you.
Hell yeah. That's a great little fucking sentiment to look at it that way too, man. Yeah, if you get some eyes on you, I could definitely see a day where you get to the UFC and John Anik's like, this guy who used to be 315 pounds, he likes to throw that shit out there.
Yeah, yes, he does.
Yeah. John Anik just be like,
Anik will take care of you, dog. That story alone, man. He's gonna take care of you.
But if he finds out you got some fucked up shit going on, he's gonna be like, both these fighters haven't paid child support in 2 years, Yeah, he be throwing some shit out there, man. I love it. This last couple cards, they've been on point with the commentary. DC was making fun of New Jersey 2 fucking cards ago, right to Joe Rogan, who's fucking born in New Jersey. Yeah, that's fucking awesome, wild. Man. I'm glad. Yeah, it's I've only seen you in person once, and then I've been friends with you on Facebook for a little minute, or at least following you on there. I don't know if I've been friends with you on there, but I've been following your shit for a while, and you can see the difference in your face, your frame, all that shit. I seen the little pictures you took with your wife. Completely different person. You lost a whole person when you think about that. That's fucking amazing, man. Me myself,
walking around
I'm
right now,
trying to cut from.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
Walking around, it's like 167 pounds, I think, is what I'm down. Like I fought at 170. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've lost
Yeah.
a person.
Yeah. Dead ass. Yeah, man. That's fucking crazy, bro. I obviously I drank a little bit, so it gets harder for me. But like just a couple weekends ago, I went from Saturday to Saturday, lost 12 pounds just from fasting and using the sauna
Yeah.
I got down here and shit like that. So everything you said is true, man. My diet's not that good, but I've been doing a little more carnivore, no carb thing, and then eating like some fruits and shit with it. But still, no matter who it is, dude, go from 315 to 145. You've lost more than twice your body weight, that's insane, man. You were yeah,
Thank you, man.
that's absolutely insane, dude. Definitely an inspiration for me to cut my shit off. I went from 264 to 250 or 252, and then I went and did yard work all day today, and I drank 3 beers, fucking big long beers, no homo. And I thought I for sure I was coming back in at 260. I hopped on the scale, that shit said 251. I was like, all right, I guess I sweated it out, but
There you go.
yeah, then I smashed like 3 steaks, so we'll see how it goes.
Steak ain't
But
bad. Steak ain't bad.
dude, I'm not usually a steak guy, and I've been grilling like with my wife, and she loves that shit, and it's made me addicted to that shit now. So I've just been doing a little bit of carnivore diet, and then like I've been cooking corn on the grill and shit. I know James been to cook some of that later on. But yeah, man, it's awesome to see, dude, and I can't wait to see how you perform at 45. You're an
Thank you.
absolute fucking dog at 170, 185, both fights that I've seen. That you had the whole fucking building on fire, dude. Had the fucking what was it, the African American Center of Heritage. That bitch was jumping. Yeah, that shit was fire, bro. Fucking, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing your next fight at LFA 235. Tyler's fight on that one too, right?
Yep.
It's so crazy, man. They're getting so many people from our card or from our city on that card. It's going to be such a good representation of Louisville MMA because everybody was
Absolutely
hating
how it
on
should
Lance
be.
Lawrence when we left the card last time. They're like, "Oh, Lance done let us down," and I'm like, "Bro, he fucking fought a killer, man. I mean,
Yeah, dude.
what
He
shit
fought
you
like
could
one of
do."
the. I think Javier was ranked in the top 5, like in the U.S. at 145, and Lance took
Yeah.
that fight on like 3 weeks' notice.
Yeah, and he
Bro.
had a good start too.
Yeah.
It was it wasn't like he was getting his shit kicked in for the whole fight. It just his cardio
No.
failed him because I mean, like you said, 3 weeks notice against a killer is gonna get to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one hell of a card. I will say, I went there and fucking a lot of guys got their. It's so crazy to go see that in person, and then half of them guys, fucking Jackson McVeigh, Dakota Hope, fucking Scuba. Well, Scuba Steve's not on there. Somebody else fought on that card that's in the UFC now that I can't think of.
Javier.
Yeah, Javier. Yep. And there was one more person too. I can't remember who it was. But there was like 4 dudes there that end up they're in the UFC and have made their debut either this year or are scheduled to be on Contender Series or something
Yeah.
like that. It's fucking crazy, bro. I mean, it just takes the right thing. The only thing I didn't like about
Yeah.
LFA is, which they're not even on Fight Pass now, which sucks. But at the time, they weren't even showing the amateur fights or what was it? I think until the
Prelims.
last 2 pro fights, the prelims. Until the last 2 pro fights on the prelims, they weren't showing that on Fight Pass neither. And I'm like, they're missing some shit, dude. I mean,
Yeah. I don't
dude
know
was
why.
going crazy, man.
Like, what was that? I'm trying to think. No, Blake fought 2 of them ago. This one was Todd Pickett, Eden, and Eric Sanchez. It had 3 Louisville boys as
Hell
the
yeah,
amateurs.
that's who it was. Yeah, Eric Sanchez
And
is the other guy I was thinking of.
so Tyler's fighting the dude Eric fought.
Really?
So that's
When Eric broke his
that's gonna
ankle
be
or
exciting.
whatever happened.
Yeah, he went for
That's so
that dude
wild,
went
dude.
for a scissor sweep, and Eric's foot got caught up underneath of him. It's an unfortunate injury. I
Oh,
hate it.
yeah. Yeah, that and Eric's a cool dude, man. He's funny as hell
Yeah.
on TikTok and shit. We had gotten there right after Eric got injured, and we were sitting by his family, and they didn't know either because they had just gotten there as well. And that was like one of the main dudes everybody was hyped to see. I mean, the entire Freedom Hall was saying his name when he came out, from what I hear. We were hearing it from the fucking beer stand, So
Yeah, dude, it was loud.
it's a lot of it's Freedom Hall gets to rocking still, man. I'm glad they're doing it there and not the Yum Center. It's way easier to
too.
go there, watch fights. Nothing against the Yum Center, but I just fucking hate going downtown dealing with all that shit, man. I'd much rather go to Freedom Hall. It's a lot more organized, a lot more shit to park at, space and everything. It's a hell of a card. Speaking of TikTok, man, I was gonna say, do you got like a social media presence going at all? I know you got Facebook and stuff documenting your experience.
I do, but I mean, I don't really do a whole lot. I've got a
Yeah.
one of my sponsors now. His name's Josh Hicks. He runs a Hearthstone Network. Uh,
Oh,
he's
okay.
kind of helping me like start doing like my own video edits and stuff, and I'm gonna start doing some like day in the lives, and I'm kind of starting to do like a little vlog thing for like every
Yeah.
couple days or whatever, like, what I'm doing,
Yeah.
like just documenting fight camp. Um, so I'm trying. I just don't want to be one of those that are like the annoying TikTok ones. Like I want it to be like
No, yeah, I totally
I
get
Yeah.
it.
want mine, I want mine to be more geared towards like, hey, this is what I did. This is, this used to be me. I used to be this fat kid. Now let's,
Mhm.
look at what I'm doing these days to have changed my life and what
Yeah.
you could potentially do to change yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and more personable. The fans will actually get to know like who is Jacob Yancey, and that I think that's a great way to go. So many people like we need that. We need that more than what we
Yeah.
than the brain
Then
rot
the
for sure.
freaking the dancing and the
Yeah.
just being
Yeah, don't
dumb,
do
man. It's
that.
just not.
Don't do that
Yeah,
shit. Yeah, there's
I'm
there's
not doing
dudes
that.
that piss me off. They're fucking knocking dudes conscious and then fucking
Yeah, dude.
I'm
And the
just like,
freaking,
bro,
and
fuck,
this
dude.
dude, the what is his name? I think Kyle
Yancey.
something, or
Oh,
that
fucking that
dude's
guy too.
that
Yeah.
dude's not a fighter.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
Kyle dude is like going out here and having highlights, and then he's just doing some freaking TikTok
Yeah.
dance, and I'm just like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like go
He's
ahead, like
got like
celebrate with your team, dude.
he's got
yeah,
like
yeah.
250K on TikTok from that shit too.
He's got
But the
so
reason I
many.
brought it up is I was gonna say is that even if you don't do the the fucking gay shit that dudes do on there, you can just document. Like I've been trying to tell Alec to do this shit for a while. Just you can document your journey on there the same way. You can just put hashtag life of a fighter or whatever on there. You got a Khalil Roundtree story, man. It's pretty fucking
Yeah.
insane, dude. And not only that, you get to say that you trained with Ronda Rousey, Ryan Benoit for what 7 or 8 months it was.
Yeah, I think something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, that's pretty insane. And then, who's to say if you don't, if you make it big time, you don't get to go back out there or whatever and go out there annually and
I,
train, you know what I'm saying?
dude,
Which,
I can fly down to Texas whenever I want and go train with Ryan. He's already extended it. Like I have his phone number. I can text him and be
hell
like, hey,
yeah.
dude, like he said, come on. He said that he wants to get more work in with me. He's got to have surgery before in between like now and my fight, or I would have went down there. So whenever he's healed up, I'm gonna go down there and see him and
Hell
get
yeah,
some work
man.
in with those guys.
We gotta get you linked up with Javier Torres, man. He wants us to come
Yeah.
train down there. I'm like, bro, we ain't fucking trained a day in our life. We'll send some guys down your way though. Shit.
Where are they at again?
It's
In
Arizona,
Arizona,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's not
I
far.
believe it's like, it's not Scottsdale, is it, James?
I can't. I honestly, I can't remember the
Yeah.
town, but I
It
remember
was,
we were trying to
yeah.
figure out time zones.
Yeah, there's like
Uh,
14 different time zones for Arizona. It's weird.
He if he's in Scottsdale, then that's right outside Phoenix. It's about 4.5, 5 hours. It's about from here
Yeah.
to LA away.
Yeah, and he's a wholesome dude too, man. He'd take you right in and fucking show you some
Heck yeah.
shit, even if it's just temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Ain't nothing wrong with sharpening your blade. Although I trust your skills already. I'm fucking ready to see that next fight, man.
yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Fucking.
Thank
So,
you.
I was gonna ask. I know you said you got your guy that's your sponsor, having you do video edits now. Are you like, have you always had sponsors for your stuff, or I never
Uh,
understood how that worked?
so I've always, like man, I've always had people sponsor me and everything. But like these shirts, like were my first like real sponsorships of like, helping me pay for everything. My prices and everything, of course, have went up with my like training and stuff like that. So now like
Right.
this camp was like, like we really need sponsors because, I'm going to be on I'm going to be on a worldwide stage because LFA is known
Yeah,
everywhere across the world as far as
Oh yeah.
MMA goes.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've got to travel to Kentucky. I've got to stay in an Airbnb. I need a rental car. I've got to fly me, my wife, my coach out. Like we've got to eat while we're out there. I
Right.
need, I need the sponsors to help me out so I can, I can
Right.
do that. I don't get paid to fight. I don't get paid. They don't pay for my
Right.
travel because I'm an amateur. I don't get nothing. So it was everything that my sponsors have done to help me get to where I'm at is just
Hell
so,
yeah.
it's so vital at this point in my career.
Hell yeah,
yeah.
man. That's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, I just completely blanked here. I was gonna ask you something. And I was sitting here looking at your shirt. I'm fucking ADHD as shit. What was I about to say? God damn it! Fucking do this shit all the time. I shouldn't have been out in the sun so good. I don't know if y'all can see. I got this fucking sunglass tan. I'm out here fucking doing yard work all day. But no, that's cool as shit, man. I'm glad to hear. Oh, that's what I was gonna ask. Do you like? I know a lot of guys back in the day would manage working, training, and all that other stuff. Do you like have a job that you do, full time or
Yeah,
whatever outside of training? Or okay,
yeah.
cool. Let's say.
So
I love to hear when guys are still doing that. It's fire.
I work for my head coach. So he's a lot more lenient than the normal 9 to 5. I'm very
Right.
blessed for the opportunity that I have with Get Some Fitness Equipment. And my coach Todd Price. He really takes care of me, and he makes sure when we have work to do, I'm at work, and when we don't have work to do, I'm at the gym. So it's
Hell
like
yeah.
I'm very blessed. Like today, I go in for a couple of hours to do something, but I've already done a pad session, and then I'm going to go back after this, and I'm going to do another MMA class. Like yesterday, we didn't have nothing to do, so I hit 5 different classes. Like I trained for almost 6 hours yesterday. You know what I mean? So
Hell yeah, dude. Putting the
I'm
work in.
yeah, I'm very, very, very blessed to be in the position I'm in.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Sounds like all that training you're putting in, you're gonna fuck this dude up comes
I,
June 19th,
I,
man.
sh- I sure hope. I sure hope so. That's the goal.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. We're
I
definitely
think
going to be watching and supporting, man.
I'll be there in
We're
person.
very excited.
Just
Heck
look
Yeah,
for
yeah.
my
Coda's going to
drunk
be there.
ass. You look for my drunk ass next to Alec. You just look for Alec and you'll find me.
I think
I usually always
from
wear
what
some wild shit when I go.
from what I've been told and from what I'm understanding, I'm gonna be the one opening up the card. So
Oh, okay.
that'll be
Yeah,
good
I'll
to
be
get
there
some.
early then.
Yeah, I would. I'm telling everybody that wants to come watch me fight. Try to be the. I don't know how it's gonna be this time, but last time trying to get in there was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I'm telling everybody you get there 30 minutes before doors open, just to make sure that you're
Hell
in there
yeah.
by the time I fight. So
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, dude. That's some people don't want to be the opener of the card, whether it be prelims, main card, whatever, because people always pay attention to the main event or whatever. I think it's great, man, especially with a guy like you, because you can just set the pace for everybody else going into the night. Like if you come out and y'all have a war, and then you put this fucking dude's chin to the mat, and then the guys after you fucking have a grapple sesh or whatever, or fucking anything like, which is nothing wrong with it, but
yeah,
casual fans not gonna like it 9 times out of 10. They're gonna be talking about you up until another knockout happens. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like when we went
Yeah.
there that night, everybody was talking about that fucking Scuba Steve KO because he fucking Batista
yeah,
popped
because he
the dude
slammed that
basically.
dude.
Yeah, on his fucking head. And that was a weird thing how that worked out too, because all I did was I posted that. I didn't know Scuba Steve at the time. I just posted his knockout on my shit and I put hashtag Scuba Steve Collins. And he ended up reaching out to me, and over like a 6 or 7 month process, we was talking back and forth about doing an interview. And it's crazy how you can meet guys like yourself who are just fucking killers in the cage and then absolute chill dudes outside of the cage. It's fucking nice. It's better than the Chris Liebens, which nothing's wrong with Chris Lieben, but you see them guys, they're fucking insane, man. They got some shit going on, dude.
Man, and
Still bare
it
knuckle
doesn't
boxing at fucking 50.
see it doesn't make sense because at the end of the day, I'm trying to sell myself to people. I want people to want to be invested in me, and if I'm out here, being a jerk, are you wanting to watch somebody that you don't like? I mean, you may watch them
Right.
to see if they get knocked out, but like, I don't want you to just I
No.
don't want you
No.
to just watch and wish the worst for me. Like, I want you to really like support my journey. I want people to I never want to be that guy that's just hated. I want to be
Yeah.
hey, somebody wants to take a picture. Who am I to say no? Why am I so much better than you to where I don't have to take a picture? As long as it's not after the fight, because after the fight, let me get to my wife first. After I get to my wife,
Yeah.
I'm
Right. Right.
all everybody
Yeah.
else.
Right.
But
Right. You gotta get
it's
to the
like,
missus first, man.
yeah, I mean, she does so much and she sacrifices so much for this. It's the only thing, the only thing I can do is just go straight to her and just thank her as soon as the fight's over.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's
So
awesome. That's awesome way to
That's
look at it,
awesome, man.
man.
that's my
It's
best
awesome that
friend,
you're so
man.
grateful and appreciative of it too, man. Because there's a lot of dudes, not that I know of, but in the world that take stuff like that for granted. And it's also cool as fuck of her to fly out to fucking Vegas with you to make sure you get your dreams figured out.
Yeah.
So that's cool as shit, man. My wife
Shoot,
would be like, "Motherfucker, you
hey,
crazy, dude."
we didn't fly. She drove a car with one of our dogs in it
Damn.
for 4 days to get us out here. She's a
That's a
savage, dude.
rider, literally. Yeah, that's literally a
Yes.
rider right there, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome as fuck, dude. It's great to hear that you have such a solid foundation too, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of foundation, were you born in Louisville? I seen your shit says that you fought out of Taylorsville. Were you born in
Yeah.
Kentucky at all? Or
So I was born in
That's what I figured.
Taylorsville, Kentucky. So I graduated from Spencer
Okay.
County High School. So
Oh,
about
okay.
45 minutes outside of Louisville. I mean, I was born on a
Not
farm.
bad.
So it's it's my graduating class was 127 people, you know. So
Nice.
I didn't come from a big old city of Louisville or nothing, but you know, everything's in Louisville. I trained in Louisville, so it's pretty much a
That's
home fight for
yeah.
me.
So how did you end up landing over there at Area 502 MMA? Was it just a coincidence? Was it something you had looked into and you were like, I want to try that gym out? How did you get in touch with him and then decide that's where you wanted to train out of for a while?
So the same guy that got Alec the job at the bank, Josh,
Yeah.
we were
Okay.
talking because I had worked at the bank, and Josh invited me over to do a jujitsu class, and I was like, oh, you know, whatever. I went over there, fell in love with the sport. I didn't try another gym or nothing. I just went straight to 502. And I trained there for 3 years before I left. And it was, you know, I was driving from Taylorsville. It was 52 minutes one way, no traffic,
Oh yeah.
every
Oh
single
yeah,
day.
dude.
So it was, you know, I drove there every day, and you know, I trained as hard as I could, and yeah, it was
Yeah,
cool.
man.
But then I left and I went to Two Brothers Muay Thai, and I got real tight with Derek, and you know, it's the rest has been history. Derek pushed me to come out here. He told me that I'd be an idiot not to take this opportunity, so I jumped.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and
man.
looking back at the access you've had to hanging out with and training with, fucking Ronda Rousey, Ryan Benoit. I'm sure there's a ton of other people in that camp, in that, for like back of their terms, that family out there that probably is just nothing but iron sharpening iron. Your Facebook, dude, you got fucking pictures with Ronda Rousey like she's your sister. That's cool as shit. I don't know anybody that could say that. That's pretty fucking cool. How
Yeah,
excited were you to see her put Gina Carano down in 17 seconds
buddy,
on fucking
buddy.
Saturday?
I had so Man, I was ecstatic, but
Yeah.
I had a feeling that, you know, I'd sparred Ronda in the past. I trained with Ronda a million times. You know, I know that look on her face and that pressure that she gives as soon as she's ready to go. And I had a feeling that it was gonna make Gina panic. And I felt like that's what that kick that got her taken down was just like
Oh
oh
yeah.
no, because I've done it.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as that
Yeah.
pressure goes, oh, like get off. And dude,
Yeah.
and she did it, and it was beautiful. She went in, she feinted the jab, she was coming in with the jab, and then just ran the knee tap. It was, I mean, it was picture
Yeah.
perfect. Snatched the arm.
It was vintage Ronda Rousey, man.
It was beautiful.
I tried my hardest to stay up. The only thing I did not like about the MVP card was they kind of take from UFC and how UFC, if the prelim fights end early, they'll drag it out to the next one. But they were doing it on the main card, man, and I was slush Saturday. I was like, holy fuck, Mike Perry and Nate Diaz. And I was sitting there, I was like, when is Ronda and Gina gonna come out? And I just, that slow drift out of consciousness. Fucking I wake
Yeah.
up and I see them celebrating Ronda's win. I was like, well, I knew it was gonna happen, but fuck, how did it happen? So I heard and went and found the result. I was like, 17 seconds? God damn, didn't even give her a fucking chance.
Still not even her fastest sub. She hit
Yeah.
I think it was for the like inaugural women's belt. She subbed Kat Zingano in 13
Yep.
seconds. So
Yeah,
it's
that shit
like
was
it's kind
insane
of
too.
Crazy.
it's wild to like see the hate and stuff she's getting online for like it being fixed or whatever for her to be subbing
Yeah.
somebody in 17 seconds. But she's like, well,
Yeah.
she's made a career of subbing girls in less than a minute. Like, come on,
Yeah.
guys.
I mean, she
Yeah.
gave her 1 second for every year she was away from MMA. So,
That's hey, dude. She got time.
17 years. Yeah, 17 years. So you're going 17 years. I'll give you 1 second for each year
You
you've
get
been out of
17
MMA.
seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it was impressive. How many times did she put you in an arm bar in training, dude? Was it over 100?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. A
come in
lot.
there, you're a little cranky. Yeah, you come in there, you're a little cranky. She's like, "All right, Stump, we're about to have a fucking bad day
Relax.
today."
That,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
significantly more than I can count, and I'm so grateful for it. Because like, dude, I don't really get hit with arm bars anymore now. So
yeah,
I'll take it because I lost my last fight with
yeah,
an arm bar. So I'm
yeah. Yeah, that's got to be the best way to bounce back after a loss like that is to go train with arguably the best armbar specialist of all time. I will say the way that you've tackled, I think you said it's been 2 years since you've been in a cage. The way you've tackled the preparation for this one, I'm sure you were doing it even long before you knew you had a fight, just preparing for the sport itself. It's fucking awesome, man. You went down there with two well-known people. One of them, arguably one of the greatest women athletes of all time, and there's not a lot to be said against her. It's pretty fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, it's cool. Damn, for real? That is wild. Hell yeah, man. That's a great thing of you to do. Shout that out. Make sure everybody gets their props. So yeah, I was looking up a little bit of him earlier when I was looking at your Facebook because I was trying to see everybody you had tagged on there. You got a fucking awesome team around you. It's it's nothing to take for granted, and it sounds like you took everything in stride and absorbed every fucking second that you spent down there. And that's cool as shit, man. Not a lot of people get them opportunities, man. It's a lot of guys in the UFC right now that get blessed with opportunities that don't make the best of them. Then you got guys that do, like for example, Ethan Ewing, fucking turning the world upside down right now. I think was he 45 or 35?
135.
That's what I thought. And he's about to fight another undefeated dude. And dude, honestly, man, you get in there. Yeah, that's I think arguably I thought Basharat might have lost his fight against fuck, who was that dude? No, it was fuck, I can't remember his name, man. It's gonna bug the shit out of me because it's the dude that John Matsumoto, that's who it was. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. Yeah, 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 Gene Matsumoto. And I arguably thought Gene won it, but it comes down to it, they're usually gonna give it to the guy with the O. And Fard fought a great fight too. Wasn't upset at the result at all. I thought personally Gene did more damage, but I'm also partial to like Matsumoto. I like him for some reason, so I can't be mad at it. I thought it was wild that they cut the other Basharat brother after having an absolute war with that one dude, man. I couldn't believe they cut him. He won his fight. They're like, get the fuck out. Yeah, yeah. We were watching that. Me and Alec was watching that in person. That was the last Seattle card before this one, and he was like, "I think Fasharat's gonna do Ricky Simone dirty," and I was like, "Ah, I got Simone, bro. I like the money on Simone tonight," and he fucking KO'd. He was like, "I didn't think that was gonna happen. Holy fuck, Ricky Simone's got some weird wins, man." Yeah, only dude in the UFC with a fucking sub on Marab Walsh Willie is Ricky Simone. That's fucking insane, dude.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so did you I just want to get your thoughts. What did you think of the first ever MVP MMA card, man? I thought that the first couple fights, which to be expected, were a little meh, but it picked up. Nice. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy, dude. That's so wild, man. Was it in Vegas? That's what I thought. Okay, so everybody made the trip out there. It's fucking dope, man. Yeah, I didn't know you went in person. I figured you might have because you've been training with her this whole time. But that's fucking a flex, dude. You get to say you went to the first one. Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah, Coach
that's
Chama.
crazy.
Did you happen to? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I saw
Did you? I
that.
was gonna ask if you saw that, dude. That was wild. That motherfucker was walking around like it was a fucking bare knuckle brawl to go find fucking what was his name? Famo or Namo Fazil. Yeah, yeah, that was a firefight. Yeah. Yeah, Baby and I've only ever seen Baby and post brutal knockouts on his part, and so it was I thought maybe him being such an underdog might have been a good play, and he had a little bit going for a little while to start, man. I didn't even know he was Hawaiian, but for what I had seen when he first started, he almost seemed like he had a huge ego, and then I started looking into him again, so I was like, man, surely that ain't him. And the dude was fucking a good sport, man. He went in there, he tried to fuck dude up. He fought out of a couple different submission attempts, and he finally got one locked in. He couldn't get out of it. He's like, "Fuck it," tapped his, shook his hand, and he went on his way. That was one of the better fights, man. That one, Adriano Moraes and Fumi Nakuda. What'd you think of that one, dude? Yeah, that shit was awesome, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't see it either. Yeah, I was folding laundry, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Yeah, yeah, me too. It was a weird ending to it. I don't know. It was so wild to me that they got the refs that fucking UFC usually gets. I thought that was just another dirt and salt in the wound move too. That was pretty good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dana definitely
Yeah.
tried to stick it to him though. We knew the fucking Connor announcement was coming. I didn't. I thought that he was gonna try and do it during the Rondo walkout. And I didn't even think about him doing it for Francis's fucking walkout, dude. And then he's so petty for
He-
that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that came out in the last, I think, year and a half where he said that Francis would. He apparently said Francis yanked him up, and he's like, "Get your fucking hands off me!" And I don't know, man. All I'm saying is if Francis ain't yanked up Jake Paul yet, who is also kind of his boss, I don't know that I believe that, man. I'm not calling Dana a liar, but Dana be saying some wild shit too, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's wild. I got fuck. Yeah, that sounds like Francis, man. Fucking, I'm sure you seen the Jackass skit where he punched a dude in the balls, but he had a cup on. It still sounded like he mashed his nuts. Shit, it's fucking bad, dude. But yeah, fuck, dude, that's awesome, man. I'm so glad that you got to have that experience too, because who the fuck gets to come back to town with them kind of stories? You know, that's awesome, dude. That's fucking awesome, dude. Well, I want to make sure I'm respecting your time because I know you got to go to practice at 6:15. It's almost 6 now. But yeah, dude, it's been a fucking pleasure talking to you, man. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
man.
my camera has been tweaking a little bit.
Just thank you so much for blessing us with your time, man. Like to be able to get inside, like the fighter's mind as you really go up through the ranks and all of this experience, all this life experience accompanied with your cage experience. And it's been a blessing, dude. We really, really thank you so much. And we are definitely going to be in contact in the future. We'd love to support you in any way possible going forward. We're definitely going to blast this on social media and try to
Yeah,
get your name out there as much as
yeah, for sure,
possible.
man. Yeah, and if you need anything our way, just hit us up, man, for real. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah,
Absolutely,
man.
man.
Sounds like you got a nice little family backing you already, dude. You got 2 new here over here, man. Can't wait to see you fight, bro. Fucking good luck. What is it on June 19th? Hell, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Ready,
Let's
fuck some
go.
shit
Let's
up for
get it, son.
Juneteenth. I'm ready, man. Well, fellas, we appreciate your time, dude. Once again, have a great practice session, man, and we'll be in touch, brother. Thank you once again, man.
Thanks, man. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, anytime you want to talk, we're here, man. You just reach out, you let us know. I ain't never got shit going on, and James has usually got a pretty open schedule too. So, but yeah, man, go fuck somebody up at practice, dude, and we'll definitely be in touch, man.
All right. When you, thanks, man. When you click that